Hello basketball coaches and basketball players, my name is Alan from Alice Basketball Training, and today I'm going to talk to you, if you're an international basketball player, how you can get yourself a scholarship to an NCAA basketball team. So now, first of all, it's going to be a bit different for international players than it is for homegrown American talent. I'm Canadian myself. I was looked upon as getting scholarships when I was in high school. Things happen, however, and it's a very long story for me. Now, for yourselves, what you can do, I'm going to break this down into sections. So I'm going to say Canada, then I'm going to say Europe and rest of world. So first I'm going to say, I'll start with Canada because I know that just a bit more because obviously I'm from Canada. First off, what you need to do is understand that there's only certain times that NCAA scouts/coaches will be able to contact you. So you need to keep this in mind. Second of all, the rest of it is the same. Even if you're in Europe and that, you're going to be only able to contact these coaches, or at least they're going to be able to contact you back only in certain times. Now, going from there, what you need to do, and this part is the same for both Canada and the rest of the world, you need to make a very good cover letter, you need to make a very good highlight tape, and that highlight tape has to be against other top level teams. You can't just have yourself playing up against the last place team in your league, because that's going to make you obviously look really good, but also the other coach is going to be able to find that out very easily. So what you need to do is get a couple of games, 1, 2, or 3 games against top level teams. You do really well showing steals, rebounds, assists, and points, and even help defense, whatever it may be. Make yourself look really good in that highlight tape. Obviously I can create those for you. The link is in the description below. But from there, you're going to need to go onto Google and type in whatever school that you would like to go to. So I wouldn't just say pick out 5 schools and contact them. Contact as many as you can. Think of this as a job. So you're going to be going to university and getting a possible full ride scholarship. There's non-full ride scholarships, there's partial scholarships, things like that. But what you need to think of is, man, they're going to be paying a lot of money for me. I need to act like this is a job. So get a really good cover letter. If you don't know how to make one, Google how to make one. If you need a highlight tape, Google how to make a highlight tape, or I can make one for you. And then put an email together and email each of those coaches. So what you can do is say, for example, Niagara University in the States, Niagara Buffalo University, men's basketball or girls basketball, whatever it may be, and then find the coach's page and you'll actually see their emails. Email every single one of them. Don't give them the exact same email. Don't give them the exact same cover letter. Make it individual per coach, because obviously, especially if it's the same school, they tend to talk. And then basically one of a few things are going to happen. Number 1, coach is not going to email you back. That happens. Number 2, coach is going to email you back and say, it looks interesting, we'll look into it. And whatever it may be, that just means that he's got a little bit of interest in you. That means that you can email him back in the future with another highlight tape so that he can keep on watching your progression. Number 3 is going to be, hey, we have a summer basketball camp coming up. I'd like to see you playing in that practice, that camp. And of course, 100% go to those camps, especially if the coach is saying come to it. It may cost you up to $1,000 to do that American, but it's definitely worth it. Next, you're going to have another type of coach who may just say, hey, that looks really interesting. Can I see your full game tape? And that's kind of the holy grail. That's what you want to hear. You want to hear them saying, wow, you're really good. I want to see your full game tape. So that's when you would upload your full game tape to YouTube or whatever it may be and send it to them. Because 100% they're going to be going over that game tape, seeing exactly what you do, and then they'll go from there. But that's what you really want. Now, for international students, actually continuing for Canada, what you need to do is find an AAU team, a high-level rep team, a prep high school team. There's tons of them in the GTA and HTA alone. And from there, keep on growing. Top-level AAU teams will travel down to the States. They're going to be playing down in the States. They could be playing in Under Armour tournaments, whatever it may be. That's what you need to have exposure from. Prep high schools up here will actually get in certain tournaments, in certain games, we'll actually get American coaches and Canadian coaches coming out and seeing your game. And then there's the top level rep that doesn't really get too many Americans coming up, but it does get a lot of Canadian universities coming up, and you don't get a full ride scholarship from a Canadian university, but you generally get your tuition covered. So that's kind of a nice bonus. Going from there for the rest of the world. So some parts of the world, you grow up the ranks and you can play for like a club level team, and then you get older and older, and eventually you'll just make your way onto their pro team. That's one way. And that's probably the best way to also get a scholarship as well, because they generally tend to look at those teams. Another one is to play for your school, play for any club teams that are locally, and then again, same idea. What you need to do is get your highlight tape together, get a cover letter together, and email those schools. What you do with your highlight tape is you upload it to YouTube. You can put it as public or private, whatever it may be, and then you can email that link out for them to watch it. Now, I hope that this video has helped you, but really, what it really comes down to is you need to put in the work. You need to think of it as a job that you're going to interview for, and I hope that if you're serious and you're really good, that you get a chance to play at that level. Anyways, I hope to see you guys again tomorrow for another Twice a Day basketball video.